F-150s in every trim, color, and option you could want. Yep, Hacienda Ford Truck Headquarters has it. Visit the Hacienda Ford Truck Headquarters or click the link and shop online now.
We'll have it, and away we go. E.J. Nieto brings it across the timeline, launches a deep, deep three off the back of the rim. No good. A long rebound comes out, and Falls City will control the ball. Bringing the ball up this time is Grant Genrouche. Takes it on the right-hand side, takes a bump, puts it up. No good. Got fouled. He'll get to the free throw line. Call the foul on Diego Ortiz of the San Perlita Trojans, and we're just underway here in this ball game. First free throw is up and in. Genrouche, listed as a 5'8" sophomore, hits the first free throw. Second free throw coming up for the Beavers is also good. No pressure set up. The Trojans will bring it up. Diego Ortiz spins it over to Ty Johnson. Launches a quick three. Line drive, no good. Offensive rebound. Put that up and in. Made by Eli Terry. Ties the ball game after the missed three. Terry with the first points for the Trojans. Ball on the other side. Off the dribble is Demetrius Ellis. Brings it back outside. Hands it off on a curl to Brady Lissy. Takes it right-hand side. Dishes off. Baseline move. Pass it inside. That's deflected out of bounds. That'll be a turnover against the Beavers. Tried to go inside, waiting inside was Ty Johnson, listed at 6'6", the senior for the San Perlita Trojans. Trojan basketball, here's E.J. Nieto. Nieto has it, spins it over to Ty Johnson, puts it on the floor, takes it inside traffic, lays it up, got it. Ty Johnson off the dribble. Trojans on top here, 4-2. Now a steal by San Perlita. Outlet pass, here comes Eli Terry. Terry from their right side. That's a block shot out of bounds. Nice recovery by Jackson Pipes. Jackson Pipes that time recovering to send that out of bounds. It'll be Trojan basketball out of bounds. And they'll launch another three, and that's off the mark, no good. Rebound by the Beavers of Falls City. They'll bring it up, trailing by 2. On the dribble is Brady Lissy. Lissy gets it outside to Demetrius Ellis. Puts it on the floor, nothing doing. Guarded by Nieto. Spins it over to Grant Genrouche. Pass it off beyond the arc. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound. Here come the Trojans of San Perlita, and Gabriel Lopez will be fouled. And you can see there the pace the Trojans want is to get this thing off to the races anytime they touch the ball. Foul called. It is E.J. Nieto now with the ball. 6:18 to go here in the first quarter of play. We're in Tuloso Midway in Corpus Christi, Texas. Ball in the hands of Nieto on the right-hand side. Attacks off the dribble. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound easily secured by Falls City as they just outright clouded the paint. Ellis off the dribble. Put it up and in. Demetrius Ellis to the line. He got fouled by Ty Johnson. And that time you could see Ellis just, as soon as he caught it, he saw he was isolated against Johnson, elected to go right at the biggest player on the floor. Free throw, though, won't go. Rebound by San Perlita. And the Trojans will have the ball. Lopez to Johnson. Johnson, a 3 on the way. That's off the back of the rim, no good. Another rebound secured by Jackson Pipes. Pipes takes it coast to coast, takes it inside. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound by Ty Johnson. Outlet pass to E.J. Nieto. Nieto races into the front court, tries to dish it off, got fouled. And we'll see if that's a shooting foul or not, as Nieto will go possibly to the line. They'll say it's a non-shooting foul. So it'll be San Perlita ball. Now the officials will have a discussion. Again, it could have been considered a shot. Nothing doing. Ortiz to set him in motion. Can you move that camera again, please? A little bit more. Ty Johnson tries to steal it. Ball in the backcourt. We'll get the camera fixed for you here in a moment, my friends. 5:19 remaining. Off the dribble is Falls City with the ball between the two circles. Genrush got a screen right side. There's a offensive foul called. Carson Zook that time got called for the foul. They'll give the ball back to the San Perlita Trojans. We're all tied up here in the first quarter of play. Trojans with the basketball. E.J. Nieto stays out wide. Hands it off to Ty Johnson. Hands it off to Gabriel Lopez. Launches a long three. That's off the back of the rim. Rebound by Demetrius Ellis. Ellis brings it across. Attacks. Pass it left side. Zook with a bunk jumper that won't go. Rebound by the Trojans. Save it into Gabriel Lopez. Outlet pass to Nieto. Trojans back on the offensive end. Nieto attacks on the right-hand side. Takes it inside traffic. Has it blocked. Outlet pass. Stolen by Eli Terry to Ty Johnson. Lost that. Beavers control the ball. A little out of control that time down. Trojans trying to push this tempo. Off the dribble in the paint. Scoop it up. That won't go. Rebound taken down by the Trojans. E.J. Nieto. Nieto brings it. Quick pass to Eli Terry. Terry back to Nieto. Wide open, deep three. Back of the rim again, no good. Ellis had the rebound for a moment. Maintains control. Brings it out of traffic. Has it poked away. Picked up by Ty Johnson. Dives to the floor for the Trojans. Shoots it from the floor. Missed it. Rebound taken down by the Beavers, and here they come in the front court. Off the dribble. Right-hand side. Layup on the way. Good. Grant Genrush gives the Beavers a lead at 6-4. Trojans back with the basketball. They've been cold thus far from beyond the arc. Launch one from there. That's no good. Long rebound out to Demetrius Ellis. Ellis in the backcourt hands it off to Genrush. Genrush now slows the pace. Hands it off to Ellis. Ellis brings it ahead. Handles it against Johnson. Attacks in the paint. Spins it outside. Stolen by Gabriel Lopez. Lopez down the left-hand side. Lay it up. Got fouled. And he'll get to the line on a hard foul by Kevin Genrush. Gabriel Lopez is shaken up on that hard foul as Genrush sent him to the floor. Officials call a timeout. We'll be right back after this on Rio Sports Live.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles, how about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Officials over there were discussing that a long time after that break in the action after a foul by Kevin Genrush. And so they have yet to make a call on this. They're talking to both coaches first before they make any indication. At the very least, it'll be a two-shot opportunity at the free throw line for Gabriel Lopez of the San Perlita Trojans. As he was fouled going up for that layup. Again, they're talking with Nathaniel Garza of the San Perlita Trojans, also with Jamison Grassoff, the head coach. And they will call that an intentional foul, so Gabriel Lopez will get two shots at the line, and the San Perlita Trojans will have the ball out of bounds on this trip down. They trail 6-4. As out of the gate, the Trojans have been cold shooting the ball. Lopez at the line, the senior. First shot is good. Second one coming up for Gabriel Lopez. And again, after this shot, he will have an opportunity for his Trojans to have the ball out of bounds. Second free throw, also good. Now it'll be Trojan basketball out of bounds. Checking into the game is James Herrera. Herrera will trigger the inbound play on this trip down. 6-6 ball game, 3:26 left here in the first quarter. Herrera to set him in motion. Before that, the official walks to the scores table again to discuss. Rudy will fix that balance here and that focus. Watch how his masterful job does to get that done. 6-6 ball game. Fans watching our game on our social media, if you will, share the link on our Facebook side. Help get the word out to other fans these games are going on. High pass to Nieto, out to Johnson. Quick three. Missed that. Rebound goes out of bounds. Touch last by Falls City. That'll be San Perlita ball, and this three-point shooting is ice cold right now for the Trojans. They go inside to Johnson. Hangs in the air. Shot it. Made it. Got fouled. Ty Johnson to the line. Trojans went with a classic half-court set, posting up Johnson. Made the shot, and he'll get to the free throw line. Tig, the 6'6 senior. 4 points in the ball game, stands at the line, trying to complete a three-point play. His Trojans now up 8-6. Made that. That ends up being a 5-point trip down the floor for the San Perlita Trojans. Falls City with the ball. Now they'll bring it front side. This is Generous attacking inside. Missed a layup. Rebound Herrera. Has it for San Perlita. Dribbles out of traffic. Brings it front side. Maintains control of the dribble. Has it in the open court. Takes it right-hand side. Dishes inside to Johnson. Goes to work. Missed the shot. Rebound E.J. Nieto. Out for an Eli Terry three. That's off the mark. Rebound by the Falls City Beavers. Carson Juk brings it across. Has it stolen. Herrera can't save it. He's out of bounds. He goes. Give it back to Falls City. Right now the Beavers are doing a tremendous job closing out on the boards. And right now with San Perlita and their shooting woes, limiting the production on the offensive end. Nice job by Falls City to start this ball game. Juk has the ball, stolen by Herrera. Herrera doesn't have numbers, waits for the traffic to clear, hands it off to Nieto. He launches a three, misses that one. Rebound out for Falls City. They'll control it again on the boards. Juk brings it up, guarded by Lopez, throws it away. Pressure immediately that time by the San Perlita Trojans. Forces a turnover, and it'll be Trojan basketball. They're up by 3. Nieto has it. Again, this team is certainly capable of hitting those deep shots they've been attempting. They get on track there. Things could open up. Herrera three. Won't go. Johnson rebound. Blocked out of there by Ellis. Offensive rebound by the Trojans. Loose ball. Contact there, and Ty Johnson just went down on the San Perlita side. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back after this.
It's Truck Month at Hacienda Ford, and we're asking for your vote. Blue Truck stands for 4x4 off-roading, outdoor living at its best. Red Truck stands for hitting the job site with all your tools. It's the right truck for the working man. So where do you stand? Right now, you can get the best-selling vehicle in America, a 2019 Ford F-150 for just 0 interest for 72 months, 0 payments for 90 days, and 0 money down. Vote Ford. Vote Hacienda.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Internet is more than just uploads and downloads. It's about connecting people. VTX1 Companies is here for you, bringing communities closer together. VTX1 has connected customers for almost 70 years. Our internet service spans across South Texas to some of the most remote areas. Faster wireless service is now available in Pondview, Alton, Westlaco, and Farr. Call 1-800-446-2031 or visit VTX1.net to find out more.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Kansai Engineering, located at 1117 Stewart Place Road in Harlingen. Thank you, Kansai Engineering, for sponsoring tonight's game.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete, located at 20880 Parker Road in Santa Rosa. Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as a long pause in the action after senior Ty Johnson went down with an injury, had to be assisted off the floor. And so all eyes on the San Perlita side will be over there behind the bench to see if they can assess the situation. But we resume play with Falls City with the ball down by 3. Circle that with 2:05 left here in this first quarter. Ellis brings it across. Hands it in the backcourt. Jackson Pipes brings it across. Spins it to the right-hand side. Now they'll get it back in the hands of Ellis. Ellis guarded by Lopez. Lost his dribble, needs some help. Looking for a backdoor cutter. Finds it. Layup on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, that won't go either. Rebound in the paint, taken down by the Beavers of Falls City. Now a foul will be called. That'll be on the Trojans of San Perlita. Minute 40 to go here in this first quarter. When Johnson left, he had already scored 5 points. He was the leading scorer for the Trojans as he exits the building. Here's a steal by Gabriel Lopez. Left side layup, that won't go, and he's sent to the ground for a second time hard on another physical foul by this Falls City Beaver team. Coming in, we were expecting a variance in style. Falls City is a team that is just a hard-nosed, hard-working ball club that gets the job done. And the kids are just flat out used to winning, to quote the coach. San Perlita, meanwhile, has been a team that likes to get up and down to get it off to the races. Take advantage of spreading the floor, get those long shots. And so you knew it was a variance in style coming in. Who would dictate that? Lopez hits 1 of 2 at the free throw line. 4-point lead for San Perlita. Falls City basketball in the backcourt. Shinrush with a nice move. Has numbers now on the front side. Attacks. Tries to dish it off. Nearly threw it away. They'll swing it left side. Now get it on the baseline. Head and shoulder fake. Back outside. Nice catch there by Juck. Over to Ellis. Ellis makes a move on the right side. Off the glass. That's in. Demetrius Ellis with 2. 2-point ball game. Herrera gets it inside for the Trojans. Gets it back. Now goes right side baseline. Missed the layup. Fights for the rebound. Secures it. Hands it off. Graciani outside for a Nieto 3. That won't go. Rebound taken down by Lopez. Lopez has it for the Trojans. Right side. Herrera's 3. That won't go either. Rebound taken down by the Beavers. On the outlet, a foul will be called. You can see right now that the Trojans are concerned as they're releasing their shots from beyond the arc. Fall City doing a good job on blocking out the shooters, but they're coming up under those Trojans as they're trying to land, as they're releasing those shots. And it has them, at the very least, thinking about that man checking the shooter is going to be real close when they land. That time down, 2 shots taken, 2 players went to the ground on the checkout. Foul call. Fall City will get to the free throw line as Grant Genrush will step to the line. 40 seconds remaining here in this first quarter of play. Genrush has 4 points. He leads the team in scoring. He and Demetrius Ellis with 4 apiece. First one won't go. Substitution in the game for San Perlita as Benito Gutierrez will check in the game. Gutierrez listed as a 5'10 junior. Next free throw by Genrush is good, made 1 of 2. Cuts it to a 1-point game. Trojans with the basketball. Herrera has it on the dribble. Stays wide, takes it inside the paint. Got a man in the air, hangs in the air, got that shot blocked. Rebound taken down by Fall City. Ellis has it in the backcourt, poked away by Graciani. And as it goes out of bounds, they'll give the ball back to Fall City. Jackson Pipes to throw it in. Pressure in the backcourt by the San Perlita Trojans. Pipes gets it in the backcourt to Genrush. Genrush brings it up. Now he brings it right down central, loses a dribble, but it's right there picked up. Shot release missed by Adam Lissy, and then a foul called on the rebound. And they'll call that on Fall City. With 17 seconds left here in the first quarter. Already the 7th team foul on the Fall City Beavers. San Perlita's committed 6, so we're going to be shooting a lot of free throws in the second quarter if this physical play continues. Max Graciani, a sophomore, stands at the line for the San Perlita Trojans. Graciani looking for his first point of the game. He'll be shooting a 1-and-1. First one is no good. Rebound by Ellis. Ellis has it with 14 seconds. Brings it across, stays right side, finds a cutter on the baseline. That's in. Jackson Pipes. 1-point game. Trojans back with the basketball. Herrera in the open court. Takes it into traffic. Spins it over for a quick 3 by Lopez. It won't go. 1 quarter in the books. 1-point ball game. Fall City leads San Perlita. Back after this on Brio Sports Live.
It's Truck Month at Hacienda Ford, and we're asking for your vote. Blue Truck stands for 4x4 off-roading, outdoor living at its best. Red Truck stands for hitting the job site with all your tools. It's the right truck for the working man. So where do you stand? Right now, you can get the best-selling vehicle in America, a 2019 Ford F-150 for just 0 interest for 72 months, 0 payments for 90 days, and 0 money down. Vote Ford. Vote Hacienda.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Back here on Rio Sports Live. Thanks again for tuning in as we broadcast high school basketball on the playoffs tonight here between the San Perlita Trojans and the Fall City Beavers. I'm Joe Bowling with you, again coming from Tuloso Midway High School. And it will be Falls City basketball as we resume play. And starting the second quarter, they lead by 1. Genrush, the leading scorer in the team with 5 points, has the ball. Spins it outside to Brady Lissy. Lissy puts on the floor but traveled first. Ty Johnson remains behind the bench on the San Perlita side. He went down with an injury in the first quarter. Not certain we'll see him back. They were trying to tape up his knee. Just not sure if we're going to see him or not. Herrera, an open 3. That won't go. On the rebound, it goes out of bounds. Save back in. Herrera's right there. Picks it up, shot it, and made it. James Herrera stuck around, made the basket. Back comes Ellis in the front court for the Falls City Beavers. Handles it in the open court, lost his dribble. Finds a cutter, stolen. Here comes Eli Terry. Terry for the Trojans, out to Herrera. Herrera on the dribble, attacks to the free throw line, takes a bump, spins it outside. Lopez 3 on the way. That one's short. Rebound taken away by Eli Terry, hands it off inside. They go outside for a Graciani 3. That won't go. Rebound in the paint. Trojans come out of there with it. Graciani gets fouled. And I'm telling you, if you want to rebound in this ball game, you better be physical. Going inside the paint. As both of these teams are going to start upping the ante, going after loose balls and rebounds. Graciani steps to the line, shooting for the Trojans. 0 for 1 in the night. Hasn't scored a point yet. First one good. He'll get the bonus. Trojans up by 2 at 13-11. They've scored the first 3 points here of the second quarter. Graciani ready for another. Misses that. Rebound comes out to Falls City. Brady Lissy brings it up. Hands it off on a dribble is Genrush. Genrush takes it inside the paint, hangs in the air, got the shot up, but no good, but got fouled. And they're looking at Benito Gutierrez of San Perlita's Trojans. Rudy Zamaripa Jr. on the camera. We got a couple other playoff games that are on tap tonight. We already have the Los Fresnos and Laredo Alexander game going on. That's a 2-point game in the second quarter. First free throw for Genrush won't go. It's now 3 of 5 at the line. Second one coming up for Grant Genrush. That one also won't go. Offensive board, though. Put it up and in. Nice job by Jackson Pipes to secure the board. Back come the Trojans of San Perlita. Off the dribble. Lopez attacks left side. Lays it up. No good. Ellis secures a rebound. Demetrius Ellis brings it front side. And it's stolen by Herrera. Herrera on the left-hand side. Hangs in the air. Missed a shot. Lopez is right there. Takes some contact. And a foul will be called on Demetrius Ellis. And again, the Trojans, you can see, as a team, are starting to understand the physicality. And you can see them now contesting these rebounds, going for these offensive boards. Lopez stands at the line. He earned a trip here. He's already 3 for 4 from the free throw line. First one is no good. It falls in. It is good. Trojans back up by 1 at 14-13. With Johnson on the bench, it does a lot of different things for San Perlita, but first and foremost, it just puts a big dent in their depth. Second free throw by Lopez is also good. 2-point ball game. Pressure in the backcourt by the Trojans. Beavers will get it in. Hand it off to Brady Lissy. They'll clear out for him to work against Gabriel Lopez. Brings it in the front court. Handles it. Spins it outside. Here's a 3 on the way. And Zuck can't get it to go. Rebound by Eli Terry. Outlet pass. Here come the Trojans. Herrera attacks left side. Banks it up. No good. And a whistle blows and a foul will be called. And James Herrera will get to the line. Now these fouls are racking up right now on Falls City. Jose Rodriguez asked what happened to Johnson. He went up for a shot in the middle of the paint, and about 5 bodies went crashing to the floor, including Johnson. He was assisted off the floor, hasn't returned since. James Herrera sinks the first free throw, and again, that's the 10th team foul now on Falls City. And a team that plays physical, if you find yourself in foul trouble, it can back off the physical play. There's a steal by the Trojans. Get it outside to Lopez. Lopez, corner three, Graciani. That won't go. Trojans can't buy a shot beyond the arc right now. Fall City, quick outlet pass. Beating him down is Juck, hangs in the air. Missed the shot though. Rebound by Graciani. Outside to Lopez, spins it across court to Herrera. Herrera on the dribble to the free throw line, hangs in the air, gets it out. Eli Terry's three, that's good. First three falls, Eli Terry breaks the ice from beyond the arc. Trojans up 7. 3 by the Beavers. Answer it! 3 made by Jackson Pipes. Back come the Trojans on the other side. Layup, good, and a foul. Gabriel Lopez to the line. The slugfest begins as the teams heat up on the offensive end. 5:51 left here in the second quarter. It went from a physical play to suddenly everybody's hitting shots. Lopez to the line. Gabriel Lopez has scored 5 points in the ball game. He'll get a free throw here. Misses it. Rebound. Eli Terry secures it for the Trojans. Hangs it off to Lopez again. Lays it up. No good. Rebound by Brady Lissy. He's tied up in the backcourt, but they'll call a foul on the Trojans. Both teams are missing some point-blank shots. We're going to try to raise our camera here in a bit because I know there's some fans standing up getting in Rudy's way. So we'll try our best to raise that camera at the halftime break. Lissy will shoot a free throw. Brady Lissy hasn't scored a point yet in this contest. Free throw won't go. Rebound by the Trojans of San Perlita. Outlet pass to Herrera. Herrera brings it up. There's a foul called. And this time they're looking at Carson Juck. Juck on a hand check. Because again, when you're a physical team and you're going against a team that gets out on the races, if you don't get back defensively, you're forced at times to reach out and try to slow somebody down. If those fouls start getting called, it can again adjust the way you play the game. Adjustments are being made on the fly by both of these teams. It's a chess match. Right now, the Trojans lead by 6. It's their ball after this.
Internet is more than just uploads and downloads. It's about connecting people. VTX1 Companies is here for you, bringing communities closer together. VTX1 has connected customers for almost 70 years. Our internet service spans across South Texas to some of the most remote areas. Faster wireless service is now available in Pondview, Alton, Westlaco, and Farr. Call 1-800-446-2031 or visit vtx1.net to find out more.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower.
San Perlita basketball at the free throw line. James Herrera, after the timeout, hits the first. You could see that time the Fall City Beavers, when they called that timeout, they were going at their players immediately, reminding them they have to get back defensively. Second free throw up and in by Herrera. He takes over the team lead in scoring. James Herrera, the junior, with 6 points. 8-point lead is the biggest lead of the game for the San Perlita Trojans. Beaver basketball on the right side. Lissy takes it inside, lays it up, made it. Brady Lissy, a nice finish. Here come the Trojans. Lopez, top of the key, got to the free throw line, spins it outside, threw it away. He had Terry and Herrera both outside, camping out beyond the arc, and both stayed wide. He was expecting someone to cut to the ball. Pass in the backcourt for the Beavers. They'll control it. Jen Rush into a double team, nearly loses it, throws it away. Off the hands of Jackson Pipe, a turnover, gives it back to San Perlita. They lead by 6. Graciani will throw it in to Herrera. Herrera brings it up. Slows the pace right now. Hands it off to Lopez. Outside to Terry. A deep three. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound tips out long. Controlled by the Trojans. Graciani tries to pass it inside. Stolen by Brady Lissy. Lissy with an outlet pass. And here comes Pipes into the front court. Hands it off again to Lissy. Lissy attacks in the paint, got in the air, shot it, missed it, but got fouled. Again, you go back to that last trip down. The Trojans released the three. Eli Terry coming down, had to worry about a man checking his shot just to have room to land. And it does affect you as a shooter when you know somebody's coming up under your legs, especially when you've already seen one of your teammates go down. And so if you're trying to get in the heads of shooters, thus far, Falls City Beavers doing a nice job on that. Missed free throw by Brady Lissy. He'll get a second. Meanwhile, mass substitutions into the game. E.J. Nieto returns for the San Perlita Trojans. He'll spell Gabriel Lopez. He'll have a seat on the bench. Second free throw is good. 1 of 2 for Lissy. Cuts it back. It's now a 5-point game. Inside, that one won't go. Long rebound comes out. Picked up by the Trojans. E.J. Nieto hangs in the air, shot it and made it. Muscled his way to outfight for the ball. And 2 points in the ball game for E.J. Nieto. His first 2 points scored. Second quarter action, loose ball in the paint. Layup on the way, good. Brady Lissy went from a near turnover to a layup. Lopez does stay in the game. Has the ball for the Trojans. Outside to Nieto. Nieto on the dribble. Spins past one defender. Hangs in the air. Shot it. Missed it. There's Brady Lissy to secure the board. Out of a double team. He'll dribble it. Hand it off on the fly. Here's Adam Lissy. Finds Ellis. Ellis back inside. Layup good. Good pass that time, and Lissy on the finish. Trojans back of the basketball. E.J. Nieto brings it front side to Herrera. Herrera. His team up by 3. Wants a 3. Missed that badly. Rebound. Lopez fights it. Takes it away. Hands it off to Herrera. Hangs in the air. Shot it. That won't go either. Rebound taken out by Jackson Pike for the Beavers. Hands it off to Lissy. Lissy has numbers now. 4-on-1. Attacks right-hand side. Banker up, and it's in. Adam Lissy. 1-point game. Trojans with the ball. They led by 8 moments ago. Herrera has it in the open court. Stays wide. On a clear out. Attacks now. Hangs in the air. Got fouled. Call that one on Jackson Pipes. We're already in the double bonus. You can see the Falls City Beavers are right now. See some guys reaching over, bending at the waist, trying to take some deep breaths. Herrera at the free throw line on the pause here. 2 shots. First one good. Herrera came off the bench when Ty Johnson went down. And since the junior has kind of paced the team in scoring, he's got 9. They lead by 2 as he shoots another here. Made it. 3-point ball game. Beaver basketball. They'll see pressure in the backcourt. Ellis with a catch. Got past one man. Stays wide with a left-hand pass to Genrush. Genrush attacks, lays it up, made it. Kevin Genrush. Right back to a 1-point game. Trojans in transition. Nieto to Herrera. Herrera attacks again. Hangs in the air. Shot it, missed it. Rebound by the Beavers. Here comes Lissy. Lissy brings it front side. Attacks right side all the way. Lays it up, no good. Ellis fight for the rebound. Taken down by Graciani. Saves it. Picked off by Herrera. Longer pass ahead. Nieto lays it up. Blocked out of there by Ellis on a recovery. Ellis got in the air. On the block shot. It'll be Trojan basketball. Herrera will throw it in. Spins it out to Nieto. Nieto stays out wide, guarded by Lissy. Takes him off the dribble, hangs in the air. Shot it, missed it. Rebound in the paint. Off the 2 Falls City Beavers, and it'll stay here. You can see again, the officials are going to let it happen as far as physical play. You want a rebound, go get it. Trojans to inbound the ball. They'll get it into Graciani in traffic. Out for a Terry, step back 3. Missed that long shot. Long rebound out to Lissy. Lissy on the left-hand side attacks. Lays it up. Missed it. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Touch last by the Trojans of San Perlita. And both teams are looking up at the scoreboard saying we're missing some layups. Pipes to inbound the ball. Gets it into Lissy. Lissy for a 3. That one won't go. Rebound for the Trojans of San Perlita. Here comes Herrera. Attacks right side. Dishes off to Nieto. Hangs in the air. Shot it. Missed it. Got his own rebound, put it up again, put it in. E.J. Nieto with 2 more. Then a whistle after the play. And they'll call a technical against E.J. Nieto of the San Perlita Trojans. With 1:47 left here in this second quarter. Free throw coming up for Jackson Pipes of Falls City. A 3-point ball game. This is a big swing here as they'll get the 2 shots and the ball. First free throw, no good. Pipes, you can see, bending over the waist, holding his knees. That's just generally signs that the pace of the game is getting to you late stages of a half. Pipes ready with another. Made that. 1 of 2 on the trip. And that'll give the ball out of bounds to Falls City. Falls City led 11-10 after a quarter. San Perlita's outscored them 20-17 in a quarter that favors their pace more than Falls City. Ellis has the ball. Don't kid yourself. Falls City has shown the want, if given the opportunity, to get out and run. Ball inside on the blocks now, going to work. That shot won't go. Rebound by the Trojans. Outlet pass. Here comes Herrera. Herrera on a 1-on-3. Doesn't like the numbers. Backs it out. Crossover dribble. Goes baseline. Gets away from traffic again. Spins it outside to Terry. Over to Graciani. They'll work it back to Terry. Top of the key 3. That's in and out. No good. Rebound. Ellis tips it a couple times. Trojans save it back to Ortiz. Back over it goes to Lopez. Attacks in the paint. That's blocked out of there again. Another block shot by Ellis. He's been instrumental in the paint. San Perlita basketball. Herrera will throw it in. Looks to get it in for the San Perlita Trojans. Out high, it goes to Eli Terry. To Diego Ortiz. Back to Terry. Terry's open, lets it go from there. Made it! Eli Terry. I said open because he does have that kind of range. Normally, you just say he catches a pass. Trojans back up by 5. Ellis spins it out to Juck. Juck lost his dribble, needs some help. That pass deflected. Tracked down by Kevin Genrush. Genrush puts it on the floor. Attacks it right-hand side on the baseline. Spin it back outside for a quick 3. Off the mark, no good. Ellis gets a rebound. Demetrius Ellis with a couple head and shoulder fake. Now goes for the shot. Missed that badly. Tipped up, no good. Rebound by the Trojans. Terry, outlet pass. Picked off there by Genrush. Stolen by the Trojans. Layup right side, good. Gabriel Lopez got the bucket. Trojans back up by 7. Falls City basketball. 19 seconds left. On the run is Genrush. Outside. On the dribble is Juck. Whistle blows. That's a charge. And another Trojan goes down after that hard foul as Genrush ran into Lopez. 15 seconds remaining. Trojans will inbound the ball up 7. Fans, give us a shout out wherever you may be watching these games from. It's always neat to see where fans are tuning in as we continue our coverage. Trojan basketball. Lopez to throw it in. And here's James Herrera. Herrera slows the pace with 10 on the clock. Trojans up by 7, apparently going for one shot here. 5 on the clock. 4, now he makes his move. Got in the paint. There's a whistle. And another foul is going to be called on Carson Juck. We'll check at the halftime break on these fouls because it's a developing story for Falls City, as the names that have stayed in the ball game have been here pretty much throughout. It was double bonus early in the second quarter, and fouls have continued to rack up. Herrera makes the first free throw. 8-point lead. He makes a free throw here. It gives the Trojans their first lead of the game beyond 8. It does. 9-point lead, 1.9 seconds to go. Baseball shot, no good. Missed by Wesley Molina. Halftime has arrived. San Perlita Trojans put up 27 in the second quarter. outscore Falls City 27-17 and lead by 9. Ty Johnson assisted off to the halftime break. Both coaches are called by the officials to talk about, among other things, just how physical we're going to let this one go. Back with more after this. This is Rio Sports Live.
Al at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Kansai Engineering, located at 1117 Stewart Place Road in Harlingen. Thank you, Kansai Engineering, for sponsoring tonight's game.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, Rudy's got the camera on the center of the floor, and hey, why not? The floor has nothing going on it right now. Got fans asking if the Santa Rosa game is on, and yes, it is up and running. I just checked. We've got all the playoff games we wanted to cover on the air right now. See if I can get you some scores on some updates on those games. Yeah, Santa Rosa taking on Mathis right now. That game is going on. We're broadcasting it. Port Isabel Divine, that game is going on, and we're broadcasting it. And we also have the Los Fresnos and Alexander game on with plenty of fans watching those. Rudy Zamaripa went over, got a check on some foul situations. I'll run down some stats for you right after this on Rio Sports Live.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete, located at 20880 Parker Road in Santa Rosa. Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
It's Truck Month at Hacienda Ford, and we're asking for your vote. Blue Truck stands for 4x4 off-roading, outdoor living at its best. Red Truck stands for hitting the job site with all your tools. It's the right truck for the working man. So where do you stand? Right now, you can get the best-selling vehicle in America, a 2019 Ford F-150 for just 0 interest for 72 months, 0 payments for 90 days, and 0 money down. Vote Ford. Vote Hacienda.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, that camera is at an odd angle as we are sitting here at halftime. And welcome back to our coverage here of this area round matchup. I had someone ask me about an update on Ty Johnson. I know he was assisted off the floor. He was also assisted to the halftime locker room as he went down with an injury. And I'm not going to speculate, nor am I going to, in any way, shape, or form, try to assess the severity of the injury, but I do know he was assisted off, and we'll leave it right there. Trojans, though, San Perlita lead by 9. James Herrera leads away with 12 points in scoring for the team. Behind him, Eli Terry had 8. Gabriel Lopez was 7. Ty Johnson, when he left the game, had scored 5. EJ Nieto has 4 in the first half. Max Graciani has 1 for the San Perlita Trojans. Jackson Pipes leads away in scoring for Falls City with 8 points in the first half. Grant Genrush has 5. 5 for Brady Lissy, 4 for Demetrius Ellis, 4 for Adam Lissy, and 2 for Kevin Genrush. That's your scoring for the Falls City Beavers. I talked about the foul situation as the Beavers, again, left players in that first half, played major minutes, and also major minutes when the fouls were racking up. Demetrius Ellis finished the first half with 2 fouls. Same story for Brady Lissy, and I'm just going to go down the guys that were heavily played in that first half. Jackson Pipes in the first half with 1 foul. So he managed to get through the barrage without committing many fouls. Carson Juck will begin the second half with 3 fouls. Grant Junrush, starter, will also start the second half with 3 fouls. And Kevin Junrush also has 3 fouls as we start the second half of play. 4:48 remaining. Again, reminding you we have additional broadcasts going on right now. Playoff games featuring Port Isabel taking on Divine. Los Fresnos taking on Laredo Alexander. And we also have Santa Rosa taking on Mathis. Here, it's San Perlita taking on Falls City. Beavers and the Trojans. We'll be back with more after this on Real Sports Live.
Internet is more than just uploads and downloads. It's about connecting people. VTX1 Companies is here for you, bringing communities closer together. VTX1 has connected customers for almost 70 years. Our internet service spans across South Texas to some of the most remote areas. Faster wireless service is now available in Palmview, Alton, West Laco, and Pharr. Call 1-800-446-2031 or visit vtx1.net to find out more.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Kansai Engineering, located at 1117 Stewart Place Road in Harlingen. Thank you, Kansai Engineering, for sponsoring tonight's game.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete, located at 20880 Parker Road in Santa Rosa. Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever.
Back here at halftime, Joe Bowling with you, coming to you from Tuleso Midway. The first team to return back is the Beavers of Falls City. As they make their way back on the floor, they led after 8 minutes of play, 11-10, as they limited the San Perlita Trojans to just 10 points scored. And that, my friends, is a well-done defensive scheme quarter. Second quarter, Trojans opened up with 27 points. Falls City scored 17, but that 10-point difference evaporated their 1-point lead and extended the Trojan lead to 9 as we start the second half, which is 1:15 away. Additional broadcast coming your way. We've got More basketball coming your way tomorrow from Kingsville. The Donna Redskins in action. And we'll tell you about some additional broadcasts on the fly. I know Sunday we're going to be having football for you, as we will have 7-on-7 coming from San Antonio. Trojans of San Perlita make their way back out on the floor. And no sight of Ty Johnson, who went down with that injury in the first half. All I can tell you is I was told by some fans it was a knee injury, but we don't know the extent. But Ty Johnson is not apparently going to return to this game for the San Perlita Trojans. Third quarter ready to start. Trojans led in scoring by James Herrera in that first half. Herrera will start the game. And again, if it's allowed to be as physical as it was in the first half, and you get matched up in that of just going until the whistle blows, then it does lead to eventual fouls. And Falls City is a team that's going to have to be cognizant of 3 players with 3 fouls apiece to start this second half. Carson Juck, Grant Junrush, and Kevin Junrush, who are all in this ball game to start the second half. Brady Lissy with 2 and Demetrius Ellis with 2 apiece. It'll be Trojan basketball. They'll have it as we start the second half. A good crowd on hand for the Falls City Beavers over on the home side, by the way, here at Teleso Midway. Our thanks again to Teleso Midway for providing us a spot from which to broadcast the game. Herrera to throw it in for the Trojans. The official has to put his whistle on. And so we are ready to roll. Trojan basketball, and away we go. Third quarter begins. Pass to Eli Terry, back to Herrera. Deep 3, off the rim, no good. Rebound stripped out of there by Jackson Pipes. Hands it off to Brady Lissy. Lissy brings it up against E.J. Niat, or check that against Gabriel Lopez. Hands it off to Genrush. Genrush guarded by Diego Ortiz. Ortiz tries for the steal. Genrush on the dribble, and a foul will be called. And that'll be on Diego Ortiz. Ortiz, that's his second foul of the ball game. And Falls City will have the ball out of bounds. Looking for the first points here of the second half. Lissy on a clear out. Puts it on the floor, guarded by Lopez. Got a screen, high side. Takes it off the dribble, finds Demetrius Ellis. Ellis launches a quick 3. That's off the mark, no good. Rebound taken down by the Trojans. Get it ahead to Herrera. Herrera takes it outside. Finds Terry. Eli Terry, another deep 3. Made another. Downtown Eli Terry for a third time in the ball game. Trojans with a steal. Ortiz brings it ahead. Finds Lopez. Lopez attacks in the paint. Lays it up. No good. Rebound Genrush. Outlet pass to Ellis. Ellis has it nearly stolen. Maintains control of the dribble. Brings it front side. Brings it right side. Spins it outside. 3 on the way for Lissy. Won't go, but he got fouled. And that time, Gabriel Lopez looks over the official, is like, hey, I was just checking out the shooter, which was allowed in the first half. And this time they called a foul on that. So we'll see if adjustments were made. I know the 2 coaches spent a long time with the officials. And if that discussion were made, we'll just watch and see on these shots if an extra eye is kept on the check out of the shooter. Free throw made by Brady Lissy. He's 2 of 4 at the line. He's got 6 points in the ball game. First point scored of the second half for the Falls City Beavers. Second free throw coming up for Lissy. Made that too. Now he'll get a 3 as he was beyond the arc when he released that shot. Divine and Port Isabel in a close one. That's a 3-point ball game. Santa Rosa up on Mathis. And a close one, a tie ball game between Los Fresnos and Laredo Alexander. Here comes the Trojans. Outside to Graciani. Steps into a 3. Bang! Max Graciani for 3. Trojans extend the lead to 13. Loose ball and a jump ball. Possession arrow favors San Perlita. It should be Falls City. They just didn't change the arrow. So it'll be Beaver basketball in the backcourt. 6:36 remaining here. Ellis with the ball in the backcourt. Brings it ahead for Falls City. Again, in the first half, they were willing to try to outrun the San Perlita team. And by the end of the half, it looked like that was getting to them. Grant Junrush off the dribble, puts that one in. He's got 7. Herrera has the ball for the Trojans. Pulls the trigger from 16. Mid-range won't go. Rebound by Junrush. Junrush on the outlet pass, finds Lissy. Lissy wants to run. Takes it right side, finds Ellis, hangs in the air, shot it, missed it, got his own board, put it up, no good. Rebound tipped again, no good. Graciani has a rebound and he got fouled. Let's take a look at this one. Lissy and Ellis both with 2 fouls apiece. They call this one on Ellis, that's his 3rd. He becomes the 4th player with 3 fouls on Falls City. Still 6:02 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Herrera has the ball for the Trojans of San Perlita. Brings it up between the circles. Right side pass. Back in the ball game is Benito Gutierrez. Outside to Ortiz. Ortiz to Herrera. Herrera watches Cutters go through. Back outside for another Terry 3. Misses this one. In the paint. Rebound. A push-off is going to be called. And they're going to call a foul on San Perlita as Max Graciani going for the board. Again, that was another thing that was going on in the first half. It was just about anything goes for a rebound. So if adjustments are being made, again, players are going to have to adjust on the floor on both sides. Ball in the backcourt, Pipes nearly lost it, hands it off to Lissy. Lissy in the backcourt, lost it, loose ball, picked up. Herrera attacks right side, lays it up, got fouled. Take your pick. It's one of 2 players that's going to pick up his 4th. That comes after a turnover. And we'll see who they call it on. They call that on Jackson Pipes. We'll check that. That's just his 2nd. Timeout called. 5:36 remaining in this one. San Perlita Trojans up by 11. We got a war going on here in this area matchup. Back after this.
San Benito.
Once on the Falls City side. He has a seat on the bench, and that may have been his 4th foul. We may have had that number wrong. Herrera misses the first free throw. Trojans as a team from the free throw line are 15 of 20. They also missed some front end of 1-on-1s early in this game. Herrera ready to go with another. He's 8 of 9 at the line and makes that. 12-point lead. Trojans have outscored the Beavers 7-4 to start the 3rd quarter. Beaver basketball in the backcourt is Junrush. Junrush on the dribble against Diego Ortiz, and a foul will be called on Ortiz on a hand check. That'll be his 3rd. Team fouls racking up for San Perlita now in the 3rd quarter. That's their 4th as a team, and right at 2.5 minutes of play. Beaver basketball looking to get it in. Throw it in, stolen by Herrera. Herrera has it for San Perlita. Attacks in the inside, hangs in the air, shot it, blocked out of there by Ellis. Rebound by the Beavers, out to Ellis. Ellis down the sideline, stolen by Herrera. Herrera brings it up for the Trojans. Behind the back with a dribble. Handles it, outside Graciani, further out Ortiz. Nice head and shoulder fake, had a layup, didn't go for it. Back outside to Herrera. Herrera with 5:08 to go in the 3rd quarter, directs some traffic, spins it over to Graciani. Graciani back to Herrera, spins past traffic, 3-pointer on the way, missed it. Rebound taken down by Junrush for the Beavers. Outlet pass. Get it in the hands of Grant Junrush. Over it goes. In the hands of Juck. Goes layup. Made it. Beat the Trojans down court. Carson Juck with a layup. 10-point game. 4:44 left here in the 3rd. Trojan basketball as Herrera has it in the open court. Spins it over to Graciani. Graciani. In the hands of Gutierrez. Back to Graciani. Gets it to Herrera. Herrera attacks in the paint. Right side layup. Made it in a foul. And they're looking at Grant Junrush, and that'll be his 4th. Herrera made basket to the line for San Perlita's Trojans. 12-point game as James Herrera steps to the free throw line. He's got 15 huge points scored here in this ball game. Made the free throw. Trojans up by 13. Falls City basketball in the backcourt. Kevin Genrush brings it up, guarded by Terry. Picked up defensively as Gutierrez helps out. Beats him on the dribble, lays it in. Kevin Genrush, no one really stopped him, made the bucket. Back come the Trojans. Herrera on the dribble, stays out wide. Graciani with a catch, puts it on the floor, outside to Gutierrez. Deep three, and good. Benito Gutierrez from downtown. Ball thrown in. Jackson Pipes has it into a double team, hands it off to Ellis. Ellis races front side. Got away with a push off that time, stays out wide with a dribble. Guarded by Herrera. Takes him, hands it off. On the dribble, this is Lissy. Lissy attacks and missed a shot, but he got fouled. They'll call that on Graciani. San Perlita Trojans suddenly trying to dish out some medicine right back with some physical play. That too can get in their bench. We're going to be looking at who's the deeper bench by the time this is all said and done. Outside pass to Genrush. Finds Juck, wants a three, missed it. Rebound Ellis, hangs in the air, missed it. Rebound in the paint, taken down by Herrera. Here come the Trojans. Herrera on the dribble and a technical foul called on the sideline. They're looking at the Beaver bench. 3:32 left here in this third quarter. San Perlita Trojans will shoot a technical foul. James Herrera, 16 points in the ball game, 10 of 11 at the free throw line. Right now for San Perlita, put this in perspective. Sophomore Diego Ortiz in the game. Sophomore Eli Terry in the game. Junior James Herrera at the free throw line. Junior Benito Gutierrez, and sophomore Max Graciani. 3:32 left here in the third. 51-36. Trojans have outscored the Beavers 14-8 here in this third quarter. It'll be Trojan basketball. Ortiz to throw it in. In the backcourt, it goes to Herrera. Herrera brings it ahead. Guarded by Ellis. Spins it outside to Ortiz. Gutierrez with a catch. Back to Herrera. Herrera on the dribble against Ellis. Spins it back to Ortiz. Trojans taking some time here on a half-court set. Out to Herrera. Spins it inside to Gutierrez. Outside for a quick Terry three. That's no good. Rebound, Ortiz tips it out. Saves it back in bounds, but Ellis is right there. Ellis has it. Brings it ahead. Racing inside. Nice pass. Left side. Layup good. Jackson Pipes with a layup. Timeout called by the Beavers. 2:57 left in the third. Back after this.
It's Truck Month at Hacienda Ford, and we're asking for your vote. Blue Truck stands for 4x4 off-roading, outdoor living at its best. Red Truck stands for hitting the job site with all your tools. It's the right truck for the working man. So where do you stand? Right now, you can get the best-selling vehicle in America, a 2019 Ford F-150 for just 0 interest for 72 months, 0 payments for 90 days, and 0 money down. Vote Ford. Vote Hacienda.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we are sitting here. Los Fresnos Falcons up right now, 48-45. The Falcons of Los Fresnos up in another broadcast. Here in this one, the San Perlita Trojans lead by 13 at 51-38. And it will be Trojan basketball after the timeout was called. Trojans bringing it up. Herrera on the dribble between the two circles, guarded by Ellis to Ortiz. Ortiz to Gutierrez. Gutierrez to Terry. Back to Herrera. Thinks about the three, backs away. 2:40 left on the attack in the paint. Lays it up, lays it in. James Herrera just beat him off the dribble. Trojans up by 15. Here comes Lissy. Lissy right down central. Back tapped out of his hands. Tipped out of bounds. Touch last by San Perlita. 2:26 left here in the third. Lissy that time comes up holding his right hand. He'll exit the game as Adam Lissy checks in. Adam listed as a 6-foot senior. Falls City basketball on the baseline. Setting him in motion. Ellis wants it on the blocks, catches, dishes it outside. Genrush finds a shooter. There's a three. That won't go. Ellis gets a rebound, has it poked away, tries to dive to the ground, ball saved. Trojans control. Baseball pass ahead. Gutierrez layup, and he made it, and he got fouled. What a pass, and what a finish by Benito Gutierrez. Trojans up by 17. 2:11 left here in the third quarter. Benito Gutierrez at the free throw line. Good. Gutierrez now with 6 points. 18-point lead. And the front court is Pipes. Throws that just over the outstretched arms of the defender. Genrush was there. Genrush now lost his dribble, but gets it over to Pipes. Pipes is fouled. Diego Ortiz picks up his third here in this quarter. Timeout. I'll check that. A substitution will check in the game. E.J. Nieto returns for San Perlita. Nieto may have 4 fouls. Genrush has the ball. Outside to Pipes. Pipes on a clear out. Finds a man in the corner. Baseline move made. Jumper on the way. Good. Kevin Genrush took his time. He's got 6 points in the game. Trojans up by 16. Terry, quick three. Bang! Eli Terry. Another three. Terry's got 14 points. Genrush off the dribble in transition. Blocked out of there as Eli Terry defensively sends it out off of Genrush. Minute 29 to go. They may reverse this. We'll see. Official will reverse it. We'll stay here. It will be Falls City basketball. Beavers to throw it in. Jackson Pipes will trigger the inbound play here in this area game. Gets it in. On the dribble is Juck. Finds Ellis. Three. No good. Long rebound. Comes out for Genrush. Genrush on the dribble. Double team. Lost his dribble. Gets it to Ellis. Traveled. He got just in too much of a hurry. He did have a lane. You put that ball on the floor, most likely you're laying it in. Trojans up by 19. Their ball out of bounds in the backcourt. Graciani to throw it in. Herrera brings it up. James Herrera at the top of the key. Backs it out. Tries to pull the defense out now as they're in a zone. Attacks on the dribble. Genrush out there isolated on the defensive end. Crossover. Spins it outside. Gutierrez to Graciani, to Gutierrez for three. Missed that. Rebound in the paint, taken down by Genrush. Loose ball, outlet pass. Spinning away is Lissy. Lissy into a double team, and he got fouled. That time the Trojans just were flat out harassing defensively. And that too will force the tempo. Non-shooting foul, but that's the 7th team foul on the San Perlita Trojans. 19-point game. Here come the Trojans. Herrera lost it, and out of bounds it goes off of Herrera. Good defense by Jackson Pipes. Now the officials are going to talk it over again. They will give it to the Beavers. Yeah, it looked like it did. Go off the Pipes. Los Fresno's Falcons win tonight. They knock off Laredo Alexander. Ball in the back court. On the dribble is Genrush. Genrush brings it front side for the Beavers. 37 seconds left here in the third. Ellis off the dribble in the paint. Flips it up. Got it. Demetrius Ellis with two more. Trojans in transition. Beat him down court. Layup good. And a foul. E.J. Nieto beat him down court. Trojans up 19. Nieto to the free throw line for San Perlita. And that'll be the fifth foul on Kevin Genrush. Off the bench comes Wesley Molina. Molina, a 5'10 sophomore for Fall City. E.J. Nieto, the senior, has a quiet 6 points here in this game. Makes that. He's got 7. Trojans up by 20. That's their biggest lead of the game. On the dribble, Genrush brings it front side. Left-hand side lays it up. Got it. Grant Genrush cuts it back to 18. Trojans back with the ball. 16 on the clock remaining here in the third. On the dribble, Herrera hands it off to Nieto. Nieto outside to Gutierrez. 6 seconds on the clock. They'll find Herrera. Herrera in the corner. Eli Terry three. Answer, yes! That's the way the third comes to an end. San Perlita Trojans up 21. Back after this.
Internet is more than just uploads and downloads. It's about connecting people. VTX1 Companies is here for you, bringing communities closer together. VTX1 has connected customers for almost 70 years. Our internet service spans across South Texas to some of the most remote areas. Faster wireless service is now available in Palmview, Alton, West Laco, and Farr. Call 1-800-446-2031 or visit vtx1.net to find out more.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Kansai Engineering, located at 1117 Stewart Place Road in Harlingen. Thank you, Kansai Engineering, for sponsoring tonight's game.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Back here at San Perlita basketball as they start the fourth quarter. They'll inbound the ball and away we go. Trojans up by 21. James Herrera in the open court against Demetrius Ellis. Spins it outside to Gutierrez. Gutierrez hands it off to Nieto. Nieto on the dribble, beats his man off the dribble, got inside, hangs it outside for a Gutierrez three, and that's good. Benito Gutierrez with 3 more. Here comes Ellis on the dribble, right-hand side. Attacks, inside, lays it up. Got it. Transition bucket, Demetrius Ellis. Here come the Trojans, ahead to Graciani. Spin move, layup. No good, got fouled. Where did that come from? Max Graciani. Electrifying spin move. Going up for that shot. Santa Rosa Warriors are up by 17 in their game. Try to keep up with those other games we're broadcasting. Graciani misses the first. Second one coming up for Max Graciani. And that's good. 23-point lead for the San Perlita Trojans. Ellis has the ball in the backcourt, finds Lissy. Brady Lissy brings it up. Attacks right side. Got a foul before the pass. That was a nice dish, though. Jackson Pipes had a layup. Instead, that foul will force the Beavers of Falls City to earn it at the free throw line as Brady Lissy will step in. 9th team foul. Check that 8th team foul on San Perlita. So still a 1-and-1. Genrush, by the way, checks back in the game. Kevin Genrush, I thought they had said he had 5 fouls. It was 4 on Genrush. So he stays in the game. Lissy at the line. Makes that. Brady Lissy, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 8 points scored. Second free throw coming up. Misses that long. Offensive board, though. Put it up and in. Nice stick back, Jackson Pipes. Trojans back with the basketball. Outside is Herrera. And a foul is going to be called on Ellis on a gamble. Eventually, you're going to have to do that if you're the Falls City Beavers. Just for the simple fact, down 27 minutes left. Timeout called. San Perlita Trojans want to talk it over. They lead by 20 in this area matchup. From Tuleso Midway, this is Real Sports Live.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete, located at 20880 Parker Road in Santa Rosa. Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as James Herrera steps to the free throw line for the San Perlita Trojans. Makes the first, second one coming up. That was the 7th team foul, by the way, on Falls City prior to that timeout. Herrera in the game, 20 points. Second free throw coming up. That one won't go. Rebound in the paint. Nice job getting that board for the Beavers. Coast to coast. Lissy missed the layup. Rebound by the Trojans. EJ Nieto brings it front side. Nieto waits, hands it off to Herrera. Herrera nearly has it stolen. It is taken away by Lissy. Lissy attacks on a 1-on-2, lays it up, missed it. Offensive rebound, put it up by Grant Genrush following the play. Back come the Trojans, up by 19. Gutierrez lost his dribble. Spins it to Terry, outside to Nieto. Nieto back to Gutierrez. Gutierrez looking, finds Herrera. Herrera on the dribble, outside to Graciani. Further out, Nieto, quick three. In and out, no good. Ellis secures the board. Demetrius Ellis. Outlet pass to Brady Lissy. Lissy brings it up against Graciani. A three on the way. That's in. Made by Lissy. Timeout on the floor. Trojans lead down to 16. Back after this.
Price for you, Forever Memories. 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Back here on Real Sports Live, and it is the area matchup between the Falls City Beavers and the San Perlita Trojans. Beavers have outscored the Trojans 10-5 here in the fourth quarter. Still 6:15 left in the game. They'll employ some full court pressure in the backcourt against San Perlita. Nieto, overhead pass to Gutierrez. Gutierrez ahead to Graciani. Graciani finds Herrera as they beat the press. Herrera now puts it on the floor against Ellis in isolation. Takes him off the dribble, backs it back outside. Ellis comes back out to guard. Herrera steps it over to Nieto, saves it inbounds to Terry. Out of bounds it goes. Stay here. Beavers nearly got the turnover as they try to continue to build some momentum here in this fourth quarter. Terry to inbound the ball. Eli Terry, the sophomore, has 17 points in this game. Backcourt to Nieto. Nieto on the dribble, brings it up. 5-on-4 now, attacks in the paint. Foul call. That's going to be an offensive foul called, I believe. Or will they get Ellis? If it's on Ellis, it'll be his fifth. It is. It's on Demetrius Ellis. Ellis exits the game with 8 points and a handful of blocked shots, as he was instrumental in that first half defensively. Demetrius Ellis, one of the seniors on this team, led his team into this area matchup. E.J. Nieto to the free throw line for the San Perlita Trojans. Misses that. It was a 1-and-1. Rebound save. Out of bounds touch last by San Perlita. And so the Beavers indeed do get a stop. Now they have to capitalize. They're going to have to go on about a 6-8-0 run in a real hurry to climb back in this game. Junrush off the dribble. Finds a cutter in the middle. Shot on the way. Up and in. Grant Junrush with 2 more. Cuts the lead down to 14. San Perlita basketball. Herrera has it in the open court. Still 5:30 left. A lot of time left in this ball game. Herrera handles it isolated against Grant Junrush. He's got to be careful. He's got 4 fouls. Herrera brings him out. Handles it near the midcourt stripe. Attacks. Spins it outside to Gutierrez. Gets it right back. 5:10 to go. Trojans up by 14. They try to trap. That's a steal. Nearly taken down by Gutierrez. Finds Terry. Baseline runner. No good. Rebound tipped up in. E.J. Nieto and a foul. Out of nowhere, E.J. Nieto skying up for the offensive rebound. Tipped it in and gets to the line. See who they called that foul on as well. Checking the scorer's table. If it's on Grant Junrush, who's walking around like on eggshells, it's his 5th, and that's who it's going to be on, it looks like. Grant Junrush fouls out. I talked about it at halftime that the foul situation was of concern for Falls City at best. 3 players have now fouled out of the game. Nieto to the free throw line for San Perlita, completes a 3-point play. Trojans scored 10 in the first, 27 in the second, 28 in the third. They put up 8 here in the fourth, but outscored 12-8. Ball in the hands of Brady Lissy. Lissy attacks on the baseline, spins it outside. Junrush, nothing there for him. Outside it goes to Juck. Finds a cutter in the paint. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound put up, no good. Rebound taken down by Gutierrez for San Perlita. Hands it off to Gabriel Lopez. Lopez will bring it up. Spins it over to Herrera on the sideline. Herrera beats a man on a crossover. Got in the paint, hangs in the air. Missed it, but got fouled. And who will this be on? They're looking at Juck. And that'll be his 4th. Grant Junrush, who fouled out, finished the game with 13 points. Kevin Junrush, who fouled out, had 6. Demetrius Ellis fouled out, had 8. Free throw for James Herrera is in. Another one coming up for James Herrera. 13 of 15 from the line in the game. Makes that 14 of 16, 22 points overall. Ball in the backcourt, and here comes Lissy. Lissy to the sideline. They nearly steal it. Loose ball, and a foul will be called. Whoa, right before Lissy buried a 3. That'll be on James Herrera. Stops the clock with 4:24 left here in this ball game. Meanwhile, the free throw opportunity coming up for the Falls City Beavers. First one, no good. Rebound, that's a foul going to be called on Jackson Pipes. Fighting inside for rebound positioning. Pipes commits a foul. Stops play with 4:23 left here in the fourth quarter. Eli Terry will step to the line for the San Perlita Trojans. Terry, the sophomore, has 17 points in the game. Stands in here. First one is no good. It's a two-shot opportunity as the Falls City Beavers committed their 10th team foul on that last whistle. Second free throw, Eli Terry. Is good. 20-point ball game. San Perlita on top. Falls City ball. Work it ahead. They've got numbers. Race it ahead. Dakota Brommer missed the shot. Rebound. Save back in bounds. And it goes out off of the Beavers as Jackson Pipes just couldn't secure it. All-out effort to get there. Jackson Pipes just unable to secure that board. Here come the Trojans. Lopez lost it. Picks it up. And a foul is going to be called against Falls City, and that will be the fifth on Kevin Junrush. I misread that earlier. I had 4. Junrush, 6 points in the game. Another senior on this squad for the Falls City Beavers. Meanwhile, Gabriel Lopez steps to the line for the San Perlita Trojans. Lopez makes the first. As a team, San Perlita, get this, they've attempted 36 free throws. Second free throw coming up, good. They've made now 28 of 37. That's a 76% clip. Steal by Herrera. Saves it, but swatted out of bounds by Jackson Pipes. It will be San Perlita ball. They're up by 22. They'll inbound the ball in the back court. Benito Gutierrez finds James Herrera. Herrera brings it up. Guarded straight up by Adam Lissy. Crossover dribble. Lost it into a double team. Loose ball on the floor. Picked up by the Beavers. Flat out hustle for that one. Down the left-hand side is Lissy. Dishes inside. Ball tipped. Back outside it goes to Brommer for 3. That one won't go. Rebound in the paint. Offensive board. Put it up. No good. Offensive board again. Put it up. No good, but a foul called, and Adam Lissy will get to the line. That's what we saw the Beavers doing early in this game. In that first quarter when they took that 11-10 lead. Just relentless crashing on the boards that opened up some things. Adam Lissy at the line. 4 points scored in the game. Misses the first free throw. 8 of 17 as a team unofficially. That's 47% from the line. Next free throw for Adam Lissy. Also no good. Rebound by the Trojans of San Perlita. Here comes James Herrera. Into the front court. Hesitates. Spins. Traveled. Herrera trying to do a little too much on that one. Called for steps. Falls City basketball. Down the sideline is Juck. Overhead pass. 3 on the way, and no good. Rebound tipped up, but a foul is going to be called. Who will they get that on? E.J. Nieto of San Perlita. Jackson Pipes was in position to go for that offensive rebound. And Nieto kind of stepped into him and got called for the foul. That may be his 5th. That'll be his fourth. EJ had picked up a technical in the first half. So we were looking at the scorebook trying to figure out the foul situation for him. Meanwhile, at the line, Jackson Pipes makes the first. Pipes now with 13, joins Grant Junrush at 13 apiece to lead the team in scoring. Substitutions in for Fall City as Wesley Molina will check in. So will Cole Thomas. Molina, a sophomore. Thomas, a sophomore, getting some time in this area game. Pipes ready. Next free throw falls in. 14 points in the game for Jackson Pipes. San Perlita ball. That's nearly stolen. Out of bounds it goes. As Brady Lissy, no quit in him, as he tries to energize his ball club. Trojans will inbound the ball again, or try to. They'll get it in into a double team, and a foul will be called. Carson Juck was right there, and he may have just fouled out of this game. Meanwhile, Falls City peeling players off. Yeah, Juck does foul out. Finished with just 2 points. Carson Juck, another senior on this team. So Adam Lissy, the only senior listed on the roster that hasn't fouled out of this game. EJ Nieto at the line. First one won't go. San Perlita Trojans, 28 of 38 at the free throw line as a team. 74%. Second free throw coming up for EJ Nieto. That one won't go. Rebound by Falls City. Jackson Pipes with another board. Here comes Brady Lissy. Left-hand side, lays it up. Missed it, too strong. On the rebound, a foul will be called, and that'll be on Jackson Pipes. Nieto secured the board. And a free throw opportunity coming up for EJ Nieto of San Perlita. Nieto ready to go. Makes the first. 11 points for Nieto. Substitution checks in as Cole Thomas exits the game. Brandon Yimba checks in the game. Meanwhile, EJ Nieto makes a free throw for San Perlita. 80 points scored by the Trojans. 70 after the first quarter ended. Pass inside, stolen by Eli Terry. Outlet pass to Herrera. Further ahead to Nieto, lay it up. No good. There's Herrera. Waits, hands it off. Lopez puts it up, and no good. Rebound taken down by the Beavers. Here comes Pipes. Pipes down the left-hand side. Whistles a pass in traffic. Ricochets out for a quick three. No good. Offensive rebound. Put it up. No good. Rebound by the Trojans, and another body sent to the ground. Gabriel Lopez is going to be one sore individual when he gets up in the morning. Multiple times he's went to the ground. Lopez will stroll to the line. The senior has 9 points. He'll be shooting 2. 7 of 9 at the line for Lopez. Made that. Lopez with 9 free throw attempts. Nieto was 7. Eli Terry a couple. James Herrera 14 of 16. Graziani 5. Ty Johnson had a free throw while he was in the ball game. Lopez makes the next one. Beaver basketball. They'll bring it across on the dribble. Left side, spin it inside for a layup. That won't go. Rebound comes out long. Here comes Herrera for the Trojans. Racing it ahead. Over it goes. Lopez, layup, no good. To the ground again. It goes Lopez. He'll go back to the free throw line. Gabriel Lopez to the free throw line. First one no good. Lopez now 9 of 12 at the line. Trojans have now attempted 44 free throws in this game. Lopez ready with another. Meanwhile, James Herrera has a seat on the bench for the San Perlita Trojans. Lopez, second free throw won't go. Rebound taken down by Adam Lissy. Lissy in the backcourt, brings it ahead. Gets through the defense, spins it right baseline, and out of bounds it goes. He had a cutter over there, Dakota Barrier, doing all he could to stay in bounds and catch a pass in one motion. Substitutions now checking in the game for the San Perlita Trojans. As Samuel Barrera will check in the game. Also entering, Eloy Zamorano. And EJ Nieto has the ball in the open court for the San Perlita Trojans. Outside it goes to Lopez. Lopez on a crossover. Finds Ortiz on a cut. Ortiz backs it back. We go under 2. Back outside to Lopez. Lopez on the dribble. Spins it outside to Nieto. Nieto takes it on the sideline, and he got fouled. That'll be on Adam Lissy. And more free throws coming up for the San Perlita Trojans. That'll be the 5th foul on Adam Lissy. So that's 5 seniors that started this ball game in uniform for the Falls City Beavers. Demetrius Ellis, Brady Lissy, Adam Lissy, Kevin Junrush. Oh, wait a minute. Dakota Barrier's still in there. He's a senior. Free throw good by EJ Nieto. Next free throw coming up for Nieto. He's got 13 points now as the Trojans have 4 players in double figures. Second free throw long, no good. Rebound by Jackson Pipes. Overhead pass to Wesley Molina. In the corner it goes. Step back 3. Answer, no. Rebound tipped up. Nicely done. There's Jackson Pipes again. Back come the Trojans of San Perlita. They're up 23. Ball in the hands of Lopez. Coming out to guard him is Brady Lissy. They try to double team him. He finds Nieto. EJ Nieto waits, spins it outside to Lopez, and they'll spin it over. That's deflected. Good defense by Brady Lissy getting in the passing lane. San Perlita basketball with 1:18 left. Substitution off the bench. Here's Cole Thomas returning for the Falls City Beavers. And Brady Lissy will check out of the game. On the dribble is Gabriel Lopez. Spins it outside to Ortiz. Ortiz back to Lopez. Lopez whistle, timeout called. San Perlita will talk it over. They lead by 23. 1:02 left in this area game. Back after this.
It's Truck Month at Hacienda Ford, and we're asking for your vote. Blue Truck stands for 4x4 off-roading, outdoor living at its best. Red Truck stands for hitting the job site with all your tools. It's the right truck for the working man. So where do you stand? Right now, you can get the best-selling vehicle in America, a 2019 Ford F-150 for just 0 interest for 72 months, 0 payments for 90 days, and 0 money down. Vote Ford. Vote Hacienda.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as the two teams return to the court here at Tuloso Midway. San Perlita Trojans won here on Tuesday night. They return to this gym for this area matchup. It'll be their ball after the timeout. Diego Ortiz has it in the back court. Lost his dribble, needs some serious help. Calls a timeout. Coach Nathaniel Garza is like, hey, just pass the ball over. We're okay, up 23. 10 points for the Trojans in the first quarter, 27 in the second, 28 in the third, 18 in the fourth. Meanwhile, Falls City 11 in the first, 17 in the second, 16 in the third, and 16 more here in the fourth. San Perlita will have the ball out of bounds. We're just under a minute to go in this one. They'll throw it into Ortiz. Ortiz puts it on the floor, lost his dribble. Overhead pass. Caught there by Barrera. Ahead it goes. Corner jumper. No good. Rebound taken down by Falls City. A lot of traffic there to get through. Whistle blows. Trojan fans watching Wyatt Rhodes get an opportunity to get a shot in. He's an inspirational player on this team as a senior. Port Isabel game just went into overtime. Dakota Barrier steps to the free throw line for the Falls City Beavers here. Makes the first. For Dakota, that's his first point scored. Ready with another. Misses that. Rebound by the Trojans, and a foul will be called in the backcourt. That'll send Samuel Barrera to the line. Right down the line for the Falls City Beavers. On this roster, you're either a senior or a sophomore, so they do have players that are getting some quality moments here in an area game. They also have a big group of seniors that help carry the torch into this ball game. Barrera misses the free throw for San Perlita. This next one will be their 49th free throw attempted of the game. That won't go. On the rebound, ball picked up by the Beavers. Save back in bounds. Wild scramble for this ball. Loose ball. Trojans try to get it. Picked up by San Perlita, and Diego Ortiz handles the ball, but a foul will be called. That was just madness going for a loose ball. Both teams going hard down to the end. Free throw opportunity for Benito, or check that for Eloy Zamorano. Zamorano steps to the line. Misses that. That's an even 50 free throw shot as a team for San Perlita. Zamorano another one. Misses that. Rebound, this is Jackson Pipes. Pipes is fouled and he'll get to the line. So between the two teams, we've had 73 free throws shot already. 22 attempted by the Falls City Beavers. Jackson Pipes, 3 of 4 at the line. He leads the team in scoring with 16. He's one of the sophomores on this team. Misses on the first there. 21 seconds left here in this one. That's good for Jackson Pipes. Trojans, Ortiz gets it ahead. They'll spin it in the corner. Off the dribble, Wyatt takes the contact, fell to the ground. Loose ball picked up by the Beavers. Outlet pass picked up by Diego Ortiz. Ortiz brings it ahead. Spins it over. Wyatt on a catch. Attacks but traveled first. Wyatt Rhodes on the attack there. Got fouled. Falls City basketball. Get it into Wesley Molina. In the corner it goes. A three, and it's no good. And that's it. San Perlita Trojans advanced to round 3 with an 83-62 victory over the Falls City Beavers in a game that was just free throw city in a physical ball game. Ty Johnson exited the game with an injury early on in the first quarter for the San Perlita Trojans, and the rest of the team stepped up to get the win. Our Hacienda He Has It player of the game will be James Herrera for the San Perlita Trojans. He finishes with 22 points, coming off the bench when Johnson went down and helped carrying his team to the victory. Your leading scorers in the game, 4 players in double figures for the San Perlita Trojans. Herrera leading the way with 22. Eli Terry with 18. EJ Nieto with 13. Gabriel Lopez had 11. Benito Gutierrez had 9. 5 points for Ty Johnson, 5 for Max Graciani. For Falls City Beavers, it was 17 points for Jackson Pipes. 13 for Grant Junrush. 11 for Brady Lissy. 8 for Demetrius Ellis. 6 for Kevin Junrush, 4 for Adam Lissy, 2 for Carson Juck, and 1 for Dakota Barrier. Again, the biggest stat in the ball game, 51 free throws attempted by San Perlita. They made 33 of those, 65%. 24 free throws attempted by Falls City, 12 of those made, 50%. 75 free throws shot between the two teams in the ball game. They've turned off the scoreboard. The final score, 83-62. And the San Perlita Trojans are on their way to round 3. Odds are the favorite was Weimer. Will they reach them? I'm not sure. Falls City wasn't a favorite to get here, but they sure found a way to do it. Congratulations to the Falls City Beavers on an outstanding season under the direction of James Grasshoff. This team says goodbye to seniors Demetrius Ellis, Brady Lissy, Adam Lissy, Carson Juck, Kevin Junrush, and Dakota Barrier. All seniors that played for the last time as a Beaver on the court. Area matchup here at Tuloso Midway. Our thanks to that school for assisting us in broadcasting the game. That will do it for our broadcast. Thanks again to the sponsors. We're going to need more as we continue to try to fund these playoffs. Fan said something in another broadcast that we charge outrageous cost to come out and broadcast these games. Remember, $200 right out of the gate goes to UIL, and it's not a free task to get to these games, nor to get the internet set up or any of the above. So we're going to need some help again as we get to the next round. Thanks again for watching it. I'm Joe Bowling. I'd say you can watch a replay, but chances are it's going to be pulled. You can watch the highlights. Till next time, good night.